道有一件事啊，在《使徒行传》里没有讲，但是他经历到，他把它说出来。
He mentioned such an event which was not included in the book of Acts, yet he described this event to us.
那一个认识就是说，这因为神乐意将他的儿子启示在他的心里。
This is a matter that the Lord is delighted to reveal His Son into our hearts.
你看保罗这样的讲法，就跟马太16章彼得那个所得的启示是一样的讲法。
And we can see the similarity that this revelation taught by Paul is the same as the one that's spoken by Peter.
在马太16章那里，主说是父把他的儿子启示给彼得，叫彼得认识他是谁。
In Matthew 16, the Heavenly Father reveals the Lord to Peter, so let Peter know who the Lord is.
那么，等到加拉太1章，保罗说，这因为神乐意将他的儿子，就是主耶稣启示在他的里面。
And in 1 Galatians, we see that the Lord also, with pleasure, has revealed Christ into Paul, and allow Paul to know who Christ is.
所以，那保罗在那里他说到他对主的认识，你看看他这个跟彼得所得着的东西是一样的认识。
So we see that what Paul has gained through this revelation is the same as what Peter has got from the Heavenly Father.
那我现在就想请问弟兄姊妹，我们大家今天对主有没有认识啊？
So I'd like to ask all the saints, today, do we have enough knowledge of Christ?
我们对主耶稣的认识是哪一种的认识啊？
What type of knowing Him do we have?
是不是门徒们在16章以前那一些外面的认识呢？
Is it just knowing Him according to what the disciples had before Matthew 16?
如果是那样的话，我们那个认识，我们还不能得救。
If it's just limited to such a knowledge, we are not saved yet.
连这个保罗那个时候遇见的大光，你就是看到大光了，我也不敢说你就是得救。
Even when Paul saw the light, I cannot say for sure that you have been saved.
因为那个时候保罗他不是自己去，他还带着一队，在对面那个从一个小排吧，有一些人一起去大马了。
Right, because journeying with Saul to Damascus, there are other people, just like a small group with him.
当主这个遇见保罗的时候，扫罗的时候，那些人也看见大光了。
So when Paul was shined upon by the light, all the other followers also saw this light.
也听见声音
They
了，
also heard the voice,
他们都吓得发抖，
and they all trembled.
但是光听声音没有懂得那个话，
But they heard the voice, but they don't understand what it was talking.
光是看见那个光，没有得到那个启示。
They saw the light, but they did not receive the revelation.
所以你如果问我，我不太信，那就跟着保罗的成就。
So if you ask me, I don't believe those who follow Paul were saved.
你那一天如果跟着保罗在一起，你不一定就能得救。
Even you were with Paul on that day, that doesn't mean that you are saved.
乃是神把他的儿子启示在保罗里面，他得救了。
It is yet through the revelation of God into Paul that he was saved.
感谢主，我们今天应该都要能说，神也同样把他的儿子启示在我们里面。
Praise the Lord. We should testify today that we, like Paul, can say that the Lord has revealed His Son in us.
那这个认识并不是说我们得救的人我们只有这一个，也有外面的一些的认识。
Yeah, we not just have this particular revelation, but we also have some knowing and knowledge of Christ from other aspects.
有的弟兄姊妹，向主祷告，很明显，主替他祷告。
Some of us pray to the Lord, and the Lord has heard our prayer.
我们是前年吧，我们这个教会有一个很甜美的经验，因 果有7位弟兄姊妹有关的人呢，都生病，我们大家一同好好为他们祷告。
About 2 years ago, we had a unique experience. There were about 7 saints who were sick at the same time. That the entire church is praying for them.
后来我们就发现了，这个有6个完全得到主的答应。
And we see 6 of them have received the promise of the Lord.
还有一个，因为祷告了，他自己不要，说你们不要我就祷告，所以后来就给我。
And one refused to have the others pray for the person. I don't know what happened to the person now.
有的弟兄姊妹在生活里面看到一些危险的事，经过危险的事，主给他有保守。
Others in their life have seen a dangerous situation, yet they were preserved by the Lord.
这个你都不能不说啊，这是主保守他，主也给他经历他的同在。
These are the testimonies that we see that the Lord has given His preservation and presence with them.
我们在教会里也看到有听到有一些这样的事。
We have seen and hear such things in the church life.
我有一个长辈，他以前是生这个肾脏整个人都不能走路了。
I had an older relative that I know many years ago who had a kidney disease. He was so weak that couldn't even walk.
那个时候有一位主的仆人在中国大陆传福音很有努力。
And there was an evangelist in China at that time. He was very powerful.
叫做宋善杰。
His name was Song Shangjie.
这个传福音这个人呢，就把我这个亲戚就抬到那里去。
And others carried this relative of mine to him.
这位宋医生就替他祷告。
And Brother Song prayed for him.
祷告完了，他也不要人家抬去走回来。
And after the prayer, he got up and walked on his own.
这个好不好
Is this wonderful?
这个还不是第2个认识。
Yet such a wonderful experience still not belongs to revelation.
因为我看看那个长辈，大概一辈子也不大死。
And for his life, he did not become a very spiritual person.
所有光是根据主所做的，这些来认识一点主那个东西在生命里面缺少根基的。
So just by seeing and knowing the limited experience we have with Christ, do not give us the foundation in our spiritual.
所以一面说感谢神，神常常在很多的时候来显出来他是全能的主。
In many situations, praise the Lord, He revealed Himself as an Almighty God.
但是真正心愿里面的那个起头乃是在于神他的儿子启示到我们里面。
But the real beginning in the New Testament is that the Father has revealed the Son in us.
那我们要注意他这个话里讲的，神将他的儿子启示到我们的里面。
We have to pay special attention. God has revealed His Son inside us.
所以他这个启示不光是把启示来给了我们里面，乃是借着这个启示，把神的儿子送到我们里面。
It's not just a revelation of God for His purpose, but He has given His Son, the person, inside into us.
所以得着这个启示的人，他这个里面就得着了基督自己了。
So when we have received such a revelation, we have received Christ Himself.
所以人来经历基督，必须从这个认识来入门的。
So when we experience Christ, we have to enter by such a pathway to know Him.
弟兄姊妹，我们真愿意主在我们的里面天天做的，不仅有外面的那个工作，更有里面这个恩典的工作。
So we praise the Lord that every day we'll experience Him not just through our external experience, but rather this inner movement of the Spirit.
那关于这一方面的认识，我们是觉得是很深的一个经历。
And this is a very deep experience.
但是这个深不是那个程度上的深。
Yet this depth is not related to the level of the depth.
不是说你原来认识是初中的，现在变成这一种是高中的，是大学的。
It's not like in school you know him from the elementary to middle to high school then to college level.
这个认识的深呢，是因为它是另外一种的认识。
But rather this is a different type of knowing.
那个认识不是你自己努力来得到的。
And this is not through your own effort trying to gain it.
也不是别人这些血肉的人能够帮着你把这个启示塞到你的里面，塞不进去。
It is not also depend on any person's effort for the help from others or also in the flesh.
我们就是不知道为什么有的人头一天到我们中间他就得救了。
We really don't know why some of us came here the first day and yet you are baptized.
那有的一辈子，就是还没有得救。
And yet others have been here many times yet still haven't been saved.
我们有个姊妹，她的先生到现在我不知道有30年的多少年，到现在还是没有得救。
One sister, her husband has been 30-some years and still have not received the Lord.
哎呀，你怎么给他这个人是这个头脑是保险柜，开不进去。
His mind is like a safe that there's no way to enter.
很奇妙，有的人头一天来，他也不是那么糊涂的人，也不是那么一个笨的人，一下他就信了，他就得到这个启示了。
Yet there are others who come here the first time who's not a stupid person or lack of knowledge, yet they receive the revelation the first day.
这个认识就把他们带到神的这一个经文里面。
That this knowing of Him had issued him into the economy of God.
这个青少年弟兄姊妹，我们特别从父母是基督徒，从这样的家里长大的。
Especially for the young people, you have been raised from the families because your parents were believers.
这样的弟兄姊妹他往往说不出来，我到底什么时候得救。
And many times you cannot say at what time that I was saved.
这就像好像天开始亮了，到底什么时候亮，你讲不出来。
It's like the sky is still bright and you couldn't tell at what time it started.
但是这个强盗得救他是很清楚，哪里得救，是很清楚。
Yet a robber, when he was saved, he knows exactly not on which day but what time that he was saved.
那青少年从小长大，都搞不清楚什么时候得救。
And many young people grow up and they are not clear when they were saved.
但是你总要清楚你这个天是亮的。
But you have to know that the sky is bright.
你里面得到了一个启示了。
You have received the revelation.
这个启示把你一下就进到那个门里头了，在这个范围里面。
And this revelation has pushed and ushered you into the realm of God's economy.
所以这种的认识才宝贵。
And you should treasure such a knowledge.
并且在这种认识里不断的往前，不断的往前，对那一位基督越过越有同属的经历。
When you pursue in such a way, knowing Him more and more, that you will gain more experience of Him.
这个认识就是一种生命的认识。
And this type of knowing Christ is through the knowing
也
Him
是
in
一
the
种
life.
主观的认识，
It is subjective experience.
也是一种经历的认识。
It is through your personal experience.
哇，这个认识实在是宝贵。
It is such a treacherous knowing of Him.
比方说，这里有2个盘子，
For example, if there are 2 plates here,
有一个盘子摆了白粉，另外一个盘子也是摆了白粉。
both have powders of white color on top.
那人家说，你知道不知道哪一个盘子是这个糖呢？
If you ask which one is sugar,
那个人家告诉你这个盘子是糖，
and somebody told you that this one is sugar,
那一个盘子里不是糖，
the other one is not.
那你也只能他说糖，你只好相信是糖。
So you could only believe him through his word.
但是到底是不是糖呢？你在外面观察没有答案。
Often you don't know for sure by just looking at it.
如果有人说你认错了，这个不是糖，这是别的什么粉。
If somebody told you, no, you made a mistake, this is not sugar, it's something
里
else.
面你就糊涂了，你到底是不是啊？你没有把握。
Then you were confused because you have no reassurance.
但是如果你把这个粉呢拿一点放在嘴里，
But yet, if you took a little bit and taste it,
哦，一尝你就知道这是甜的，
and you taste the sweet,
啊，是甜的，
it's the sweetness from the sugar.
哦，你就知道这一个粉它真正是糖。
So you know for sure that this powder is sugar.
这个认识啊是主观的认识，
And this is knowing it subjectively.
是一个跟他有经历的那一种的认识。
It is through your experience.
那个认识过了之后，别人说这个是盐呐，那怎么讲？你会受他骗。
And after such an experience, even somebody said this is not sugar, you will not believe.
因为你跟他这个有一个主观的接触啊。
Because you have a subjective experience.
亲爱的弟兄姊妹，我们真感谢神，神启示了我们。
Dear brother and sister, we really thank the Lord that He has revealed Himself.
如果没有这个启示，没有一个人能够得救，没有一个人能够有份于教会。
Without such a revelation, none of us will be saved. None will be a part of the church.
那现在啊，我们就特别来讲一点这个礼拜所讲的认识基督、经历基督。
And I'd like to now share more of detail what we have fellowship this week, knowing Him and experiencing.
别的方式那个外面认识基督，你就多听听、多看看呐、你都能够都知道。
The other ways of knowing Him was just from hearing, listening, and watching.
但是你要有这个第二种的认识，你必须有一个经历，就是进到基督的死跟复活里面。
But to know Him more deeply, the second type, you have to have the experience of entering into His death and His resurrection.
哇，这里有一个东西叫做基督的死跟复活，我进到这个里面去了，我就进到这一种的认识里。
There's an entity that's called Christ's death and resurrection. When I entered such an entity, I have entered the real experience.
叫我对这位基督有一种亲身主观的经历了。
And then I have the personal, subjective experience of Christ.
所以这种的这个死跟复活啊是非常的重要。
So we can see how important that this death and resurrection means to us.
在座有一些弟兄姊妹刚刚受浸不久，
There are many of us who are sitting here, which is
你
recently
要看到
saved.
你的受浸，就是这个水借着这个受浸，就把你进到基督里面。
You have to see that through the baptism, you have been baptized into His death.
进到基督里面。
You have been baptized into Himself.
哎，你怎么知道你进到基督里面呢？
How do you know that you have been baptized into Christ?
因为你这样的受浸，就是进到他的死里面。
Because when you are baptized in this way, you have been baptized into His death.
等到你从水里上来，你就和他一同复活。
But when you arise from the water, you have been resurrected with Him.
所以每一位在受浸的时候，都是在那个属灵的这个实际里面，和基督有份于他的，有份于基督的死跟复活。
So for every one of us who have been going through such an experience, we have a portion together with Him in His death and in His resurrection.
如果没有基督的死跟复活，我们没有办法跟他连在一起。
Without such experience of Christ's death and resurrection, we are not joined with Him.
从我们的主带这个门徒们，我们就很清楚看见这件事。
We can see from the leadership the Lord has given to His disciples who will know more.
门徒来跟从主的时候，借着来有份于这个死，有份于这个复活，他们就跟主越过越连成一个。
So those disciples, through the experience of Christ's death and His resurrection, they become one with Christ.
感谢赞美神，这一件事啊是非常宝贵。
Praise the Lord, this is such an important matter.
那在你来听，在你来说，可能会觉得，哎，这个是太深了。
But for some of us, you feel this is too deep for us to understand.
但是那个深不是因为程度的深，而是因为这个深呐、是我们原来头脑所不认识的。
It is not the degree of that, but rather that our mind did not have such an understanding.
但是在我们里面呢，里面有一个灵，他就要教导我们有份于这件事。
Yet we have a spirit inside us, and through the spirit, it will teach us about such a matter.
真感谢神，在我们的教会生活里，不断的就在我们每一个人里面是这样的带领。
Praise the Lord that He leads each one of us gradually in our daily life
所以
into
许
this.
多人我们看见，他们真的这个生命呢就改变，就改变。
So we see many of us, the saints, have gradually changed in their life.
我到 fremont 来，将近4年了。
I've been in church in Fremont for about 4 years now.
有很多弟兄姊妹都是在教会生活一起，也经过这些年间。
So many saints who have been together in over the last 4 years.
我看到好多弟兄姊妹，
I've seen many of them have changed and have made progress.
小弟呢，你有没有进步啊？
Brother Sheldon, how about you? Amen.
谢谢。
Praise the Lord.
我
Yes.
小弟，你有没有进步啊？
Brother Tom also. Amen.
我比较，你说。
杠子。